Hey y'all, Traveling Prepper here. Today I'm going to do my first ever payday prep. To explain the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do it once a month. My husband is disabled and I'm his full-time carer, so we only get paid once a month. So it's going to be easier for me to break it down monthly than it would be to do it weekly or bi-weekly. My food preps are done in two categories. I have a long-term, which is the freeze-dried number 10 cans or the food buckets. And then everything else is part of my working pantry. This includes my dehydrated and even my vacuum sealed food that I do myself, and I put it into vacuum bags. So that's all part of my working pantry. Now, the way I do this is I have a sheet that everything from my working pantry is on. And every time something is taken out of my pantry, it's marked on the sheet. So that way, when I go to order, I know what's been taken out of my food stores so I can replenish what I had just to maintain what I already have in there. And then if money allows, we haven't had to have an extra expenditure on something, I will go ahead and increase the amount of what I had in there to begin with. That way I'm adding to my food stores versus just maintaining. You'll also notice here that almost everything on the table in front of you is organic. That's because I'm a naturopathic nutritional therapist and I'm picky about what I put in and on my body. So that's why you'll see most of my stuff being organic. To cut costs whenever I can, I do bulk buy. Whether that be a case of tins or a 5-kilo bag of dried goods. But because I use different suppliers for different things, I usually alternate which supplier I use in the months that I order, because I just can't afford to order from all 3 suppliers every month. So that's how I do it. And I will take you through what I've got here. So everything you see here is placeholders. This is not the actual quantity in which I buy it. I will tell you the quantity as I go through the items because I just didn't have room on the table for everything. Okay, the first thing we have is Biona kidney beans. I bought a case. A case is six tins, and I have 4 more than what I used. And I believe they were approximately 1 pound per tin. I also bought the Biona tomatoes. The tomatoes, the cases are 12, and I had 8 extra from what I had used. So I don't remember how much a case of the tomatoes cost. That was earlier in the month, and I've gotten rid of that receipt by now. I did also want to tell you that I like Biona because I don't know if you can see this, but it's non-BPA. Not all of Biona products are, but a great deal of them are. So I really like the Biona products for that reason. Here we have white flour. I don't use much flour. We don't eat much wheat. I don't buy big bags because I don't see any reason to. We don't go through it that often. I got this at Waitrose. It was 1.5 kilos for $1.89. Apple cider vinegar. I think I used 2 last month, and I bought 1 extra. I used 1 last month. I bought 2, so I had 1 extra. And I don't remember how much it was. And you probably will notice I have dates on a lot of my stuff because it's easier for me to be able to put stuff in order if I know the dates. I don't have to look at the jars and everything real close up when it comes time to put stuff back on the shelf. In here is dehydrated carrots. I got, it was 500 grams of dehydrated carrots, and they were $6.56, which I thought was a really good price. And as you can see, I've sealed that, so that's ready to go in storage. Coffee. The coffee I have 5, got 5 this month, and I got them for £3 each. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, and I love the Montepicchu coffee. When it comes to coffee, I would recommend that you try to buy organic if you can. The reason being is coffee is highly sprayed. Coffee and chocolate are probably the two most highly sprayed crops out there. I don't know why, but they are. And so if you can buy organic with coffee, that would be a good idea. Rice. I priced around and I realized that Waitrose actually had a really good deal. This is brown basmati rice. It's a 1 kilo bag. I bought 3 extra kilos and they were $2.45 per bag. The cornmeal is 1 kilo. It was $2.67 for the 1 kilo bag, and as you can tell, I've already vacuum sealed it, so it's ready for the storage. The pasta is brown rice spaghetti, which is what we use a lot of when we have pasta. The spaghetti, I bought 3 extra on top of what we used, and they are £2.10 per package. The Amy's soups, we got a really good deal on these. We bought 24 tins of different flavors. They were on sale for £1.20 at 2 different stores over the past month. They're usually $1.80 or more. So that's a heck of a savings, £1.80 or up to £2 per tin, and we got them for £1.20. So I thought that was a really, really good deal. And as you can see in the very back behind is toilet roll. It's a 9-pack roll, and I'm 2 packs over what we've used, and they were $2.96 per pack. Okay, the Biona baked beans, I used a case and I bought an extra case, so I put 6 into storage. I cannot remember how much it was per case. Receipt's long gone. The Oatly Barista, we use this for coffee and anything that's hot that you want to drink. It's the only non-dairy milk that doesn't really separate when you pour it into something. So we absolutely love this. We have 12 extra this month, and they were $1.80 per carton. The organic Oatly Barista, or the organic Oatly, we are 17 liters up. We got them for $1.40 per liter. They're normally $1.70, so that was a really good savings this time around. The Passata, we got 3 extra this month. We usually get them from Sainsbury because they're usually a pretty good deal. We paid $1.20 this month. A lot of times you can find them on sale for £1, which usually when that happens, I buy a lot more than what I use. The pasta sauce, we are 5 up this month. They were £2 per jar. They're normally $2.50 per jar. The white vinegar, well, the only thing I use this for is for cleaning. So whether it's washing windows or washing my floors or using it in my laundry, that sort of thing. But I'm 2 up this month, and I think they're 70p per container. The popcorn, this is 500 grams, and this cost me £1.90. I bought a kilo, but 500 grams of it I had already basically used out of my storage, so I only have 1 kilo or 500 grams up. The sunflower seeds, I bought 2.5 kilos, and I'm 1.5 kilos up, so that's not a bad little thing there. I can't remember what I paid for that. The baking soda is a 1 kilo bag, and it was $4.31. What I can tell you is what I liked about it was I knew for a fact it said right on their ad that it was aluminum free. So that was the selling point for me there. They had other ones, but they couldn't guarantee there was no aluminum in it. The sea salt, I've already taken 500 grams out of it. It was a kilo bag. So I'm a kilo up of the sea salt, and it was $1.46. Oh, and I'm a kilo up on the baking soda, soda bicarbonate. And the cashews. The cool thing about the cashews was because where I order a lot of my dried stuff from, which is, I'll put the link below, buywholefoodsonline.co.uk. If you sign up for their newsletters, they send you an email every so often that says if you order within this week and you order a certain amount, you'll get something free. I got a kilo of cashews for free. Well, because cashews don't last long in my house, I took 400 grams and sealed them because I figured that's the only way we're going to keep them. Otherwise, they're going to be gone in no time. So those were free. And I can tell you that was like a 10-pound something value that we got at no charge. So that's really cool. Now, the other thing on the table that I haven't discussed so far is this. I found these were 1-quart mason jars. I found these at Home Bargains. They were 99p. But what I can say is I'm going to use them for vacuum sealing because on the bottom it says, don't know if you can see it, but it says wash before use, hand wash only. So that to me would say that the heat in a water bath canner or a pressure canner probably isn't going to work. But that's okay because I like that it uses it's the exact same as your canning jars, so I can use my vacuum sealer lid and still be able to use those. And to me that was a really good deal. I don't have to use my good jars that I would be canning in. I can use these instead. And for 99p, I figured why not? I got 6 of those because that was a really good deal. Okay, so that is my payday preps for January 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you the next time. Have a great night.